Oh, let's have to do something. God. Okay, let's have to fix my thing. Okay, there we go. I just had to do something, guys. Okay, I just had to do something. The new pack kind of looks good. Cool, blah blah blah. Nah, it was a new skin. What does he have in there? Fishes. Do you know the fish skin? That's his hand. You can tell that's his hand. How dare he? He cut his hand off. Because it makes sense, because he got, you know. The glitter looks comfy in there because he stole. My brother gonna make this out of the life. So, what? How are you? Yeah, in the lobby, you have the pistol in the lobby. The lobby, you have the pistol in the lobby. I kind of like it like this because it kind of looks like everyone fought their heart and it's not being a gentleman. Backbling is huge. This is fucking huge. He got the AK and everything, dude. His life or his girlfriend, whatever you don't know. Her backpack's not huge because he only carries the pistols. Axe hammer. This is like the units I have, but more different. It's kind of literally. Oh, look at my eyebrows. Look at my skin's eyebrows. Look at. Well, look at my skin's eyebrows right now. You can't see them, but now you can see them. Oh, Ali. Oh. It's kind of like this one. I don't know why I bought this dance. Let's get this. By the way, my PS4 is good to go now. I'm popping the pills like a rock star. Hey, moving a 48, popping the pills, and nobody knows who I am. Standard to the 69 for the 48 and a plug. Oh yeah, I was showing you guys my last video I ended. I'm like, yay! I now grip. Gotta relax and blah blah blah, all that crap. And now I hold the controller like I hold the controller like this. And I go. Alright. Oh yeah, Mike. Hello. What's up? What's up? Alright, we don't want to land. Dusty Diner. But I like those people who like grab onto the controller, like they don't like move. Like, are you like what is it called, like a clawer? You know what that means or no?
No, I don't know what that means.
So do you know what the button, like the joysticks, right? The buttons are like you run with and you look around with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
do you keep your fingers on those every time, like when you're fighting or building, or no?
Like, what do you mean?
Like the button where you look like around with and that stuff. Like, are you like a claw, or like you keep those two fingers on your controller and you don't move them?
Yeah.
Same, dude.
Aren't you supposed to do that? It's a bot here.
If you want to, you can do that. Where is he right now?
Look at this bot.
No, it should be. He doesn't finish. Is he gonna finish?
Man, I'm not gonna finish.
Where's he right now?
Give me. Give me. His teammate's coming.
Brother, I see his teammate. Was there his teammate too?
Can you go ahead and give me?
Yeah, I'm coming, don't worry about it. Come down here. Come to me, come down here. Ooh, alright. So you won't get sniped. Got you.
Thank you. No, shield. Oh my god.
Hide now. Yeah, hello. Coming?
I have a launch pad, so if you know.
Somebody like rushing us. He's like on the entrance right now. He just fell down. See him? He's like over here. He's reviving. You think you're so smart and clever, brother? I did. Bro, I'm at 6 HP right now. Yeah.
I have a mini for you.
I have 3 minis. I'll carry it.
You wanna take the launch pad?
Wait, what? You see this? The marker's right here, right?
Yeah.
Why is there no mini right here, dude?
I don't know.
Wait, alright, it's gone. I don't know what that was.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's bait. I'm calling it, that's bait.
Then I didn't get a pump and nobody shot at me.
Yeah, I thought like that was bait for a minute. Or like, he's like one of those people who just like spray people and leave the loot and go ham and kill people. He dies and the people collect his loot. He's that person. I only have 2, but I have to have my gun. Let's go get the loot drop over here. Where? Alright, coming. Got you, where is he? Alright, just don't rush. Alright, rush. Start for 30.
Why do you have to cheat every time? You are so bad.
Got him. Don't worry about
Don't take that loot, because I'm not in mine.
Alright. No cap, that guy was trash.
Oh, let me
just go. Alright.
How are you going to Oh, no, I have let me see. No, What do you lie? No, I have real Robux. See, I have these items.
Yeah.
No. Why?
Because like, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
If you're a streamer and you have like a lot of views, you get free V-Bucks from Epic Games.
I said he's playing Roblox.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put your password in, he's stupid if he puts his password in. I'm telling you.
Let me see your Roblox. Go to Roblox, bro. You're lying. You don't have V-Bucks. I have Roblox.
Not V-Bucks, it's Roblox.
Yeah, I have Roblox.
Got you, got you.
Why does it have to make a lot of noise?
I don't know. You ask me. I got you a 50 and a mini.
Hey. I'm giving you some job.
Bro, and then we can take your loot.
Don't take that loot because I killed that pump.
That's my pump, I killed them. Don't try me.
It doesn't even matter, it's two pumps. And I just got a golden star. You don't even have no skin. You can't be calling me bad when you have legit no skin.
Wait, who are you talking to?
I can't even play for You can't play Fortnite 10,000 times.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, actually, you can if you're like, you're season 1 player. I'm season 1 player. I always play the game. Knockout.
You're a gay food.
Come here.
You're a gay food. You're a gay food. What happened to the other pumps?
I don't know.
Who took the pumps?
2 minis, wait, there's 2 minis. No, that's 2 minis, bro, that's 2 minis.
Give me a pump now.
There's no other pump, what do you mean, dude?
Yes, there was. I had a pump.
Yeah, the pump was right here. Right here, brother.
And I had one right here, brother.
I didn't even take it. I had this pump all the time. Can I have a shotgun ammo? I only have 2.
Give me a compact or a pump. Compact or a pump.
I don't know.
No, give me a compact or a pump.
You're gonna get a pump from here. Trust me. Watch.
See? Right?
What's wrong with your mother, dude?
He's not even my brother, he's my cousin.
What's wrong with your cousin?
I don't know.
Is he okay or something?
He's a weirdo.
I have 5 kills. Yeah, 0. You only have.
You know how to do a backflip?
Yeah, why?
You know the 5 steps of a backflip?
I only know how to do a front flip and a back flip. Don't go without me.
How do you go over the 5 steps of a backflip? You sound dumb.
I know how to backflip, dude. I know how to backflip.
Oh, really? Then
How can I improve it? In Fortnite, my dude. I'm 11, alright? I gotta sport.
backflip Fortnite again.
I can do it in real life, not in Fortnite.
Why can't you do it in Fortnite?
It's not a goddamn dance. You don't. That is a kind of. You must be stupid. You must be stupid with a Chris ass hairline.
So you can't tell. Tell me if you want to, bro. You're a snitch.
Wow, your brother's a fucking snitch.
Yes, you did, Carlos.
Your brother's a fucking snitch, dude. Wow. He's a snitch ass. With his dumpty hairline. Don't tell myself that.
Alright. This is just empty, bro. This is just empty. What happened?
Did your brother get whooped or something?
I don't know.
He's just standing there? Is he just standing there? Is he just standing there? You have to hold that.
Yeah. You didn't know.
I actually have that. Wait, do that emote again. Do that little thing again. No, not that! God damn it!
No!
Baller. Come to us.
Oh god, I'm dead. We're good. Actually, good.
Come here. Use the launch pad. Where's your launch pad? Put down the gun. Use it. Follow me. Follow me.
What? Why do I get this bag?
Oh heck no. Okay, come here. Use the thing. Come on, I need it. Bro, use it. I'm coming.
Use what?
Like the finger gives you health and shield. You know what I'm talking about. Really?
You know what? I'm out of here.
Why did you not use that with me? Explain.
1, 2, 3.
Come here. I got a launch pad, by the way.
But I have a big pad, by the way.
People landing on me.
Cause you're bad.
I have 5 kills. How am I bad?
You only have 5 kills and I'm bad. You're about to die.
I'm camping.
What are you camping for?
Look how many shields you have and look at how many health I have and look at how many shield I have.
But can you give me a pump note?
Right here. Oh hey, no.
Oh wow.
You're on your own, by the way. He's low.
Who's that?
Right behind you. He's low.
I thought he was low, but you have shield.
I hit it for a headshot. What do you mean, brother?
He had shield. You dummy.
Cause he healed. Send me your gun. You're a bot. You're a bot. With your crispy ass looking airline. Do I play normally? I'll get that kill, dude.
Hey, I'm Jason. Before I start, I've been wondering, where are you guys from? Leave the name of the place where you live in the comments. I think it'd be awesome to see how big the community is. And there's also a reason why I'm asking. I'm 100% sure that none of you have ever been to my hometown. I was told I can't name it here, but the fact is that unfortunately, there are a lot of places like that in the world. I live in an abandoned city, and as you'll see, sometimes it's really creepy. 40 years ago, it was a nice, flourishing Midwest town. Well now, 99.9% of the houses are empty and have been like this for a long time. The reason for this is that the town was built around a huge plastic factory. 15 years ago, the factory closed down, and over time, everyone left since there were no jobs left, like, at all. Thousands of people lived here, and now the population is just 10 people. 3 of them are my parents. First, my parents worked at the factory. They managed to get jobs as the city was dying. Now they both work online, so why don't you guys just leave, you might ask? It's complicated. I think they're just too afraid to start over. Living here is cheap, and I guess they just don't want to change anything, even though we have to buy groceries in a neighboring city. And that's pretty much all of our interactions with the outside world. I'm homeschooled.
What is this?
I don't really spend time with anyone my age. Technically, there are other people living here, but just a couple of households in different parts of the town. Most of them are old people who just can't move out. And that's what made the following events even creepier. So here's how it all started. I sneaked out on the front porch to go.
This is awesome, dude.
And I saw something in a second-story window of the house right across the street. I didn't have much time to understand who that was, but it seemed like there was only half a face looking at me. The moment I saw it, the figure closed the curtains. I decided to skip the run and go tell my dad. Dad didn't believe me at first, of course, but agreed to take a look. The man was not in the window anymore, but he noticed an old black van right by the house. And I gotta say, we hadn't seen another car here in years. Well, okay, ghosts don't usually drive vans, I guess, but serial killers do. Dad didn't freak out like I did. He just crossed the road and knocked on the door. No one answered. There was nothing we could do, so we decided to just keep our guard up. And when, during the same afternoon, we were leaving to go get some groceries, we saw the van on the road right near the house. The next thing we saw was a man with a box walking from the van toward the house. He turned his head, noticed us, and started walking faster. Half of his face was covered in bandages. That night, I could not fall asleep. Every noise I heard was definitely the half-faced man trying to get into our house. Feed our own souls, I guessed. After a couple of days, it only got worse. We started to notice other people around that house. Like a woman whose hair was, like, unbelievably long, and children who seemed to appear out of nowhere and then disappear after a second. Two of them seemed to be twin girls. It all became totally clear to me that, somehow, a portal to another dimension had opened across the road, and images of dead people from the past started to appear in that front yard. Don't ask me where I got this idea from. It seemed obvious at the time. Another thing was that the last owners of the house took the curtains with them, and the first thing that the man did was hang heavy black curtains on the windows, which you couldn't see. And when I was trying to think about what he was trying to hide, I got scared to death after a couple of versions. My parents and I decided to mind our own business for a while, to not be these dumb horror film characters that never seem to have a self-preservation instinct. After all, nobody thought of us. Yet. But of course, when my parents left for the city the next day, and I stayed on guard, I was kind of freaking out. I was looking out the window the whole time for what was going on across the road. The bandaged man had been sick and striking many times, but he was not watching us. He was doing something on the computer. The van was away for the whole morning. The lady was driving it. And when she came back, oh my god. I remember my shock all too well. Yeah, so she came back, parked the van, opened the trunk, and took out 2 huge black plastic bags. And I swear, what was sticking out of one of them was a human foot. I mean, I was just shocked. I reached for the phone to call the police. This was enough. But then I heard a noise in our backyard. I didn't want to go take a look, and I'm sure you understand why. But I was left on guard, so I kind of felt the responsibility to figure out what was going on. I sighed and rushed to the back door. The moment I opened it, I saw 2 twin girls and their older brother running in circles, like in some kind of ritual. I freaked out again, but they got scared even more when they saw me, since they thought they were in the backyard of another abandoned house. Several moments passed in complete silence, and then I was like, hi? I was a bit disappointed when I learned that all of the versions of my horror story were false.
Drop.
They were just a regular family whose father, the bandaged man, got into some kind of a terrible accident, couldn't work, and the family, with 6 kids, basically lost all the money they had. To start over, they moved into an empty house in an abandoned city to cut their living costs. Their dad moved in first, and they arrived a couple of days later. And they chose a place with neighbors on purpose because this total emptiness does scare you at first. But their dad is still very embarrassed of the state he's in, so that's why he was hiding from us. Their dad is a photographer who works in film a lot, and that is what the curtains are for, to develop the film. And their mom was trying to become a fashion designer, so the foot that I had seen was one of the mannequins that she was using to work on her first collection. Now, I smile every time I remember my thoughts and feelings about the moment I saw it back then. Eventually, our families got to know each other, and I guess that made our life way better too. I mean, I was homeschooled for my whole life, and now I have 6 friends to hang out with. That's my story, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to leave a comment with where you are on the map, and subscribe to the channel for more videos.
Wait, why get it up? Nah, dude. Oh, you can't. Just gonna practice my 90s.
This is the couple who wanted to get away.
Oh my god.
To book the vacation rental.
How do you do this?
Led to the discovery that sometimes a little downtime can lift you right up. Expedia, everything you need to go.
So I kind of don't play on grip and kind of do. So when I do my 90s.
It had a functioning democracy, a rapidly developing economy, and a growing middle class. All the important indicators, including education, healthcare,
But I still keep my finger.
investment, pointed in the right direction. It was far from perfect, but the mood was hopeful, and with good reason. But now all that promise is gone. The country is a failed state, a hollowed out shell of its former self. Services like
Okay.
power and water are sporadic. The most basic consumer goods, from bread to toilet paper, are in chronically short supply. Crime has skyrocketed. Freedom of the press is almost non-existent. Democracy has been replaced by a virtual dictatorship. The country is, I'm sorry to say, my beloved Venezuela, a place in which my family has deep roots. I can tell you what happened to it in one word: socialism. In 1999, then candidate for president Hugo Chavez promised to lead the people of Venezuela to a socialist paradise. His theme was Esperanza y Cambio, hope and change. Venezuela is a nation of great wealth, Chavez said, but it's being stolen from its citizens by the evil capitalists and evil corporations. This wrong would be righted, he assured the voters, if they elected him. And they did. To their everlasting regret. Chavez drew inspiration from his mentor, Fidel Castro. Like his mentor, he enjoyed giving speeches that sometimes lasted as many as 7 hours. He even gave himself his own weekly television show, where he would spontaneously break into song. Here's a rule. When your nation's leader starts singing on national television, you're in trouble. Under Chavez, the government of Venezuela took over industry after industry. The government, he assured everyone, would run these businesses better than private enterprise. And the profits would be shared by the people. With great fanfare, he tore up contracts with multinational oil and gas companies and demanded that they pay much higher royalties. When they refused, he told them to leave. They did. His image was furnished by Hollywood celebrities who flocked to see the great work he was doing, taking money from the rich and giving it to the poor. Progressive politicians from the U.S. and Europe also praised him, lavishly. Here's another rule. When Hollywood celebrities visit your country to praise your leader, you're in trouble. When the leader sings on national television and you're doomed. Socialism always works in the beginning. So people are fooled in the beginning. It's easy for governments to confiscate money, but eventually, there's no more money to confiscate. In the case of Venezuela, I mean that literally. People who could get money out of the country did. Many left the country altogether. Nearly 2 million, according to Venezuela's sociologist, Tomás Pérez. The wealth creators continued to create wealth, but they created it somewhere else. Miami, Madrid, and other places around the world. When Chavez first ran for president in 1999, he said he would leave in 2 years if people weren't happy with him. But, like Castro, Chavez never had any intention of giving up power. He died in office in 2013, replaced by his vice president, Nicolás Maduro. Maduro is Chavez without the charisma or the voice. The country is now a pariah, shunned by the world and isolated. It's so bad that many international airlines refuse to fly there. People stand in lines for hours just to get food. Sometimes they walk away empty-handed. A recent survey found that 75% of Venezuelan adults lost weight in 2016, an average of 19 pounds. This national weight loss program is known cynically as the Maduro diet. Still, Maduro holds on to power. Opposition leaders and journalists who report the truth are jailed. Venezuela is a cautionary tale. Once the country goes down the socialist path, there's no easy way back. And the longer the leader stays socialist, the harder it is to reform it. Venezuela has been socialist for 2 decades. If you don't think it can happen here, whether here is the United States or Europe or anywhere else, you're fooling yourself. When people get used to depending on the government, no matter how poor they remain, that dependency is hard to break. That's why you should never buy a socialist lie. Socialism is a drug, and like a drug, it feels great at first, but eventually it will ruin your country. just like it is in Venezuela. I'm Debbie D'Souza for Prager Users.
This is a quick, fun map. I did.
Nonprofit, Prager Users
Quick, fun map.
for making a donation.
Hello, my name is Tyler, and I was a happy kid up to the age of 11. You might wonder why. Well, it was around this time that my parents told me that I would be getting a little brother. Now, you can probably guess where this story is headed. A new kid arrives, and the old kid feels threatened. From there, the story can go two ways. We could build a bond and share hugs, or we could watch as our relationship went up in flames. Thankfully, there weren't any flames involved, but I did ditch him in the woods. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me explain. When my parents told me about adopting a kid, they were practically jumping through the roof with joy. They painted a picture of my brother and me always playing together in the yard. They also said how he would look up to me like a superhero and how it would be my job to protect him. I started to get excited too. I mean, having someone look up to me sounded terrific, and I was even looking forward to having someone to play with. Maybe I could also teach him how to play soccer. So when the day finally arrived, and my dad went to pick him up, I was so excited that I waited by the window for them to arrive. When they walked through the door, I rushed over to greet them. Hiding behind my dad's leg was a short, shaggy-haired kid with glasses named Billy. My mom introduced us before taking him around to see the house. That's where my dad pulled me aside. He explained that Billy was very shy, and it was up to us to make him feel more at home. I told him he can count on me, and that I will help Billy feel at home and adjust the fastest and best way possible. I love the idea of being the big brother, and seeing how my dad depended on me made me feel better. At first, everything was fine, but it didn't take long for the differences to show themselves. It started with dinner. When we sat down to eat my favorite meal, we found out that Billy was allergic, and that was the last time we ate it together. We don't want to make Billy feel left out, my parents would say to me. It made me sad, but I understood. If Billy was allergic to it, of course I didn't want to cause him any harm. But the differences between us became even clearer when it came to school. Billy was apparently gifted and performed above his grade. I, on the other hand, was barely managing. The differences between us became even clearer when it came to school. Billy was apparently gifted and performed above his grade. Me, on the other hand, I was just getting by. That's when his awards started to come. Being placed on the honor roll, scoring highest on a regional math competition, winning the spelling bee, and academic decathlon. His awards could make a small mountain. Who could compete with that? I could sense how my parents were, to be honest. I felt jealous. I mean, I was happy for him, but I missed getting all the attention that I used to get before he joined us.
Okay. Drop loot off. Good.
Everything that I was good at, Billy was horrible. We tried hockey, but he kept falling. Then I tried to teach him soccer, but he was scared of getting in with the ball. The worst part was, when he got scratched or injured, my parents would yell at me to keep him safe, and when I tried to go out and play without him, to keep him from getting injured, my parents would yell at me to spend more time with my brother. I couldn't win. We were invited for dinner at the house of my parents' friends one evening. I was happy to be visiting the Browns again. As usual, I expected them to ask me about soccer and fishing and just laugh together. But the conversation took a different turn. They were just talking about how lucky my parents are for having a child as smart and accomplished as Billy. They called him genius. They also made fun of my parents and their not-so-amazing math skills. I expected my parents to involve me in the conversation at least, but they didn't. The only thing they said was, let's hope Tyler wakes up tomorrow with fantastic math skills too. I'm sure they didn't know, but I've had enough. Then it happened. My moment to shine came. A big soccer match was coming up that I was very proud of. I knew that my parents would not miss it for the world. I was finally going to be able to get the attention for once. Or, so I thought. Billy had a regional math competition on the same day. My parents promised that they would go to that first, but they would not miss my match. I probably don't have to tell you the rest. We won the match, and I even scored the final goal. Everyone was celebrating, and it felt amazing. But where were my parents? When I looked around for them, they were nowhere to be found. My coach came up to me and explained that my dad called him to let him know they wouldn't be able to make it. I was heartbroken. Apparently, Billy's event ran long and they were stuck in traffic, but I wasn't listening. On our way home, they tried to apologize and talk about how they lost track of time. They talked about everything that happened before the event and asked me how the match went. I just ignored them. By the time we made it back to the house, I could feel my eyes starting to burn from the tears that I was trying not to shed. My dad opened the front door, and I ran to my room without looking back. I cried in my pillow until my parents came into the room to apologize again. They said how they wanted to make it up to me by taking us all camping like we used to do. When we arrived at the campsite, I started to get excited despite myself. I remembered how my mom always helped me put up the tents, how Dad and I would be on the boat fishing, and how we would all sit around the campfire at night laughing and telling stories. Sadly, that happiness didn't last long. When it was time to set up the tents, my mom and Dad told me to do it with Billy. They wanted me to be the big brother and show him how it was done, but it didn't go well. Billy couldn't get the hang of it, so my mom decided to put the tents up with him to teach him as she taught me. When it was time to go fishing, it was the three of us, but we had to cut it short because Billy was getting sick on the boat. It was all happening again. It didn't matter where we were or what we were doing. Everything revolved around Billy. So, I decided to get even. I convinced my parents to let us go explore. When they agreed, I led us deep into the woods and planned on leaving him for a bit just to scare him. He got distracted by some bugs on the ground, and I used the opportunity to sneak away. However, my plan backfired. When I looked around, I didn't know where I was, and everything looked the same. In my attempt to sneak away from Billy, I wasn't paying attention. In short, I was lost. I tried to find my way back to camp, but it was hopeless. I started to freak out. Maybe I deserved this for what I tried to do to Billy, I thought out loud. By the time the sun was almost entirely down, I started to yell for help, thinking that no one would come. That's when I saw him. Billy came rushing out of the brush. He intently gave me a hug and said that he's glad he found me. I don't know how he did it, but he grabbed my hand and led us out of the woods and back to the camp. The whole time we were walking, I heard him counting. It was like he mapped out the directions in his head. By the time we made it back to camp, the sun had completely set from the sky and the stars were out. My parents saw us come out of the trees and they rushed over. They started yelling about how worried they were and how they told us not to go too far. When they turned their attention to me, I prepared myself to get the worst of it when Billy stepped in. I'm sorry, he began. Tyler warned me, but I ran off. I was shocked. They told Billy to be more careful and to listen to his brother. And then I turned to Billy and asked him why he took the blame. He looked at me, smiled, and said, "That's what brothers do for each other." I smiled back and wrapped my arm around his shoulder as we walked over to the campfire. That night, we told stories and watched the stars. The next day, Billy insisted on staying back with Mom as Dad and I went fishing. Following this incident, everything between me and Billy changed. At least from my perspective, because he always saw me as a big brother. We started to get along much better, and I learned a very important life lesson. No matter the ups and downs we may have had in the past, or will have in the future, I'm happy to have my little brother by my side.
Alright, so let's go. Peace, guys.